Youssef, salam alaikum. Thanks so much for speaking with the Nerds of Color today. How are you doing?
Oh, of course. I'm doing great. So glad to be talking to you. This is awesome.
Yeah, me as well. I want to say my girlfriend and I saw you performing in DC last year. Absolutely fantastic around the
Oh,
Navy
baby.
Yard area.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. That was at like that like kind of old movie theater kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That was such a fun show. Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
So much fun, man. So when we last left Ramy Hassan at the end of season 3, it seemed like he hit his absolute lowest point. Should viewers expect to see Ramy finally start to make up for the mistakes he's made?
I think that so much of the season sees him kind of like dealing with the repercussions of that. And I think we try to do it at a bit more of a naturalistic pace in the sense that he's sitting in his shame for a while. And I think that he is almost kind of trying to separate himself from what happened by acting different, by re-examining what he thinks and believes. And, we really see him having a genuine kind of crisis of faith. But I think, I do think if people stick with him, he kind of starts to see a little bit of the light, but not too quickly or anything.
Yeah, without giving spoilers away, definitely not too quickly. So this season, we go to Palestine and Jerusalem. I'm curious, and we delve into Ramy's Palestinian heritage on his mom's side. So I'm wondering what was behind this creative decision for season 3.
Yeah, it was something that felt like a really natural evolution for us as a show. I mean, I think especially the more that we look at the characters as separate from our real life selves. I mean, I'm Egyptian, but the character of Ramy has a Palestinian mother, and it kind of felt like, what would it look like to see him with the character of a Palestinian mother and a Palestinian uncle, kind of navigate what felt like a really obvious thing that is a huge part of the heart and soul of our communities and the discussions and what we care about. And I think part of our creative goal was like, okay, it's this really hot button crisis, and how do we go to Jerusalem and somehow the character of Ramy is the biggest asshole, like in the way that like, how could it be that he's in the middle of Palestine and Israel and somehow everyone's like, what is going on with this dude? And I think that for me,
Yeah.
that's kind of where the comedy comes. And I do think too, Ramy in a way is kind of a symbol, especially throughout the season, of how about how we view what's happening. There's this kind of like, we'll have this flash in our timeline where we're talking a lot about Palestine, or really care about it, or we're really kind of, concerned. And then that kind of goes away at some point, and we get sucked back into our lives and whatever our problems are and what we're trying to do. And I think, when you watch the whole season as a whole, you kind of see how, we don't let him get off easily with that feeling and what happened. And it definitely comes back.
Yeah, absolutely. So one last question. I just want to ask you, as a creator, the show overall never pulls any punches regarding Ramy or his supporting cast, and they show so much of his and their moral messiness, as well as their better traits and their joys. So for you, what is your guiding ethos as a creator for these characters, and what do you want audiences to take from them?
I'm always trying to find the most complicated, fun, negotiation with watching someone deal with their higher self and their lower self, and kind of like that space in between. And so many of the characters' decisions and what they're doing is really built around like that wrestling match, that tussle between, who you want to be and who you actually are. And I think, we always want to go there, and we always want to really get into it, because I think the hope is like, the more raw that we can be, the less lonely that people will feel. Because I think the liberty and the beauty of a TV show is that it's not real life, so you can kind of expand certain things into symbols, and you can kind of get into certain situations more closely than you would in real life, because it's just a TV show and it's just a comedy at the end of the day. And I think that that's where it gets fun, because it's like, okay, cool. So let's like get into the little parts that are totally real, but we don't talk about in real life. Like that's our job. And so in terms of an ethos, that's a big one for me.
Absolutely. Ramy Youssef, congratulations on all your success in season 3 and hopefully many more. And yeah, thank you so much for speaking with us today. Take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Assalamu alaikum, Laith
Alaikum
Nakli.
salam. How are you, brother?
I'm great. It's so great to be speaking to you. To be speaking to Sheikh Abdullah.
Oh my God.
You were absolutely fantastic in Miss Marvel. You brought the character to life so incredibly well. I just needed to tell you that.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, Swara. I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
No, absolutely. So Nasim, he may be the most morally complicated character on the show, even outside of Ramy. So overall, what's it been like for you to play a character like this?
I think it's like a gift. I think it's a gift that keeps giving. It's like you get to do, sometimes you do, like, you have actors, they have to, they do comedy, then they just wait and beg for something to show that they can do other than comedy. Then they wait for that opportunity, and they try to do this and blah, blah, blah. And here I get to do everything in this one character. I get to explore everything. It's like a dream. So the complexities and the comedic moments and the serious moments and all that stuff I think it's like a dream for any actor to be able to do all that,
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much to dig into with Nasim's traumas, his just what he has to deal with in his day-to-day life. What's one of the most interesting things about playing this character for you?
I think one of the most interesting things is something that we normally in life we don't do. Like we hold on to secrets, and secrets, no matter what they are, they cause a lot of inner turmoil, pain, and we don't deal with them because we refuse to deal with them. We don't want to deal with the pain. We don't want to, and then to be able to, and I've had secrets where, I've had to hold on. They were so painful. And to see someone like Nasim dealing with that, and I've received messages from so many people that it's helped them come to terms with certain things, help them be more honest, help them acknowledge that, okay, I have a problem. I have this. I need to be honest. I need to talk to people. I need to do this and all that stuff. And hopefully in the end, Uncle Nasim will find peace.
Well, I just want to say you play the character beautifully, so well, and I'm sure so many people love it. So we see Uncle Nasim go with Ramy this season to Palestine, and a lot of interesting things happened there. Ooh. What was it like for you to film those scenes and aim to channel the Palestinian experience?
I thought it was really great. I was so, you're always nervous when no matter what, as an artist, it doesn't matter where you're from, if you're Arab, Israeli, whatever. You're always nervous when you just hear the word Palestine, Israel, you're going to do, because you just don't know how it's going to come out, what it's going to come out. But I think what I loved about this is just, it's an episode, a lot of things happen in it. And it's a conversation starter, it's not necessarily an opinion. It's a conversation starter. Like you can talk about whatever you want. This can start a conversation. We're not saying that what Nasim said is right. We're not saying it's wrong. We're not saying, let's talk about it if you want, and I think that's what I love. That's what smart TV should be. Smart TV should be very open and be very truthful and honest, and then people can have an honest conversation. But if it's always going to be so this side or that side, or it's like most of what we see on TV, it's just very hard. It just creates more conflict, I feel, in opinion.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Laith Nakli, thank you so much for speaking with the Nerds of Color today. Congratulations on all your success, and can't wait for people to watch this season of Ramy.
Oh, buddy, Swara, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching Miss Marvel too.
Absolutely. Take care. Salam alaikum, Hiam Abbass and May Calamawy. This is such an incredible honor to be speaking with you both, Palestinian and Egyptian icons. You're both amazing. I need to get that out of the way. I can't believe I'm speaking with you both. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this season puts the whole Hassan family through the ringer more than before. So what would each of you say is your character's greatest challenge this season?
I feel like Dina has put so much of her identity into her job. The law is her religion. And this season, she's faced with how flawed the legal system is. And as someone who's like also developed her identity on being a contrarian, she's not hating that. Like her family's all rooting for her to do this. And that combined with realizing what she's been looking up to this whole time, I feel like she's starting to crack and question herself a lot, and really ask, is this what she wants to do? It's a lot to contend with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think for Maysa is, I don't know really if it's about challenge, but I think like the whole idea of evolving from season 1 to this point where now it's time, things has to happen. Like it's enough with the bullshit, and let's get something like to be done really, because this is unbearable. You know, like so she's angry and she's unhappy and she wants a big change, and she wants just like, you know, a better life, and she wants to work maybe less in order to kind of like enjoy life, but she seems to be responsible for everything. And I think she's just like cannot deal with this anymore. So it's nice to see her at that edge, and it's nice to see what would happen to her after.
Absolutely. Now, Hiam, not only is your performance incredible this season, but you also direct some amazing episodes, one of which is set in Palestine and Jerusalem. So what was it like for you to be able to present your home in this way? And what do you hope viewers that aren't Palestinian will take away from it?
Sorry, I'm not the one who directed that one. I directed 308. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No, it's no problem. But I did help with the one that was shot in Palestine. It was Anne-Marie Jasser who directed it. It's like a Palestinian director from there. I think it's an amazing episode, and it's really beautifully shot, beautifully done, beautifully acted by everybody as well. That, you know, like the old and the new ones. I don't know what I want my people to take from it. I think I want my people to take from Ramy in general, not specifically one, you know, because one, yeah, I mean, we did with Ramy kind of planted the idea that his mother was from a Palestinian background, you know, so Maysa has something Palestinian in her. And I think it's that dynamic, you know, that I think would be very interesting to discover later on between Ramy and his mother, about Ramy have gone there, you know, and had made business there. So
So one last question for May. You have had quite the year in Moon Knight and as Marvel's first Arab superhero. And I have to show you, I have my Scarlet Scarab Funko Pop right here. Yes. Just iconic. And can you, so two-part question, can you tell us anything about where we may see Layla Al-Fawli, the Scarlet Scarab again? And also, side question, have you seen the dramatic Middle Eastern music playing meme on social media that my friend Nadia Osman started?
No to the second one. How do I see that?
I will try to get it to PR people, but I think if you look up on Twitter or social media or something, dramatic Middle Eastern music playing. Also, there's an article in the New Arab that you can look at that for.
Dramatic what? I know
dramatic Middle Eastern music playing.
Got it. Okay, thanks. I don't know where we're going to see Layla again. I'm also in the dark to answer that question.
Thank you for letting me know, at least. As long as you see the meme, I'm happy about that.
Now, so thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you both so much. Congratulations on Ramy season 3 and all of your success. And it was an honor to speak to you both. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me.